What up, YouTube? Texas Rob here. As you can see, I have a guest. So I will let him introduce himself to you guys. Go ahead.
My name's Avery High, longtime Kansas, and love whiskey, bourbon, whatever it is, but mostly bourbon.
There you go. Met Avery when he worked at Ray's and here in Manhattan, and been friends ever since. And then he moved here, so he's a couple blocks away. Well, what did you bring, Avery? Because I see something new that's never been opened.
That's right. I got a Jefferson's straight rye whiskey finished in cognac caskets.
Casks.
Casks,
Not
excuse
caskets. Have you been drinking already?
And it is a single barrel.
Yeah, so this is the new. Oh, so it is a store pick. See? Which is good because that's the one we've been wanting to try.
Okay.
So no, this is good. This is going to be good. So sorry, guess I should jump right in and say, as you can see, we're going to go down the Jefferson's Road. I have this very old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, very small batch, which is good. It is 90.2 proof. I also have this. This was a gift. Thank you, Dan and Teresa. Hopefully I can say those names without getting in trouble. Yeah, I should be able to. This is their Ocean Aged at Sea Voyage 20. This I haven't had in a hot minute. This I was killing at a party, or drinking on at a party and sharing at a party. That's why it's good. But it is good. But me and B-Jack have seen this at the fridge. This is a fridge store pick, which is totally fine. I'm down with store picks. Single barrel, store pick, 94 proof. Yeah, finished in cognac casks. So it ought to be good. I'm not a rye guy. I'm not a rye guy. But I'm hoping that this is going to be a good rye.
You and me both.
The only rye that I've ever had that I have liked is Angel's Envy rye. And that is just candy in a bottle. So I'm hoping. It's different cast. This is cognac. That one's rum. Cognac's a little bit more similar to bourbon than rum for sure. But it's cognac. So we are going to start off with, let's see, that's 90.2, that's 94, right? No, 90. Huh? 90. So either way, we go.
They're all
we'll go with
close.
This one. Oh, there's that cork. Yeah, they're all pretty close. But we do the rye last, definitely. This is the Aged at Sea Voyage 20. I haven't had this in a hot minute, so I don't know what it's going to be like. Or I can't remember what it's going to be like. But I do love their corks. They got like the little cork pieces all meshed together, and that's a cork right there. Some of the other ones, like, they have like the big pieces of cork mushed together. Those tend to break up. These are pretty legit corks, so I'll give them that. And then the bottle is like designed to like be in just an old bottle or something. But yeah, see, they're all like that old. Just like a real cork, Same thing.
This one.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's got a little space in it, man. So, Voyage 20. You can definitely, man, Avery just going right in. He's like, screw it, I'm drinking this stuff.
It smells good, and it tastes good.
It smells good. It's got vanilla on it.
It's sweeter.
Oh yeah, it's way sweet. But, so the last time I don't want to put this in your brain, so you come up with it. So I'll just let you taste it. Tell me what you taste like on the finish and things like that. If you catch anything. I know when last time I had it, there was something I caught, and to me, it's reminiscent of to how it's aged. But it's definitely, like, I get a little citrus in it, some vanilla.
I smell vanilla.
Caramel, like maybe a little bit. It's got a good color to it. It's not real light. It's not dark. It's super leggy. It's really old. I put a lot in my glass, but that's fine. I plan on drinking it all. So, yeah, it's really oily. It's got some oil to her, but it's really smooth up front. It's not I don't get a hug anymore though. You get a burn in your chest on that?
Um,
I don't get one anymore. I don't. I mean, I could drink 130 proof freaking Stag Junior.
A little bit, just a little bit.
And I don't get any hugging. It's pretty short around the edges, around the sides. But I still kind of hintly, what the hell word is that? I can still get a small hint of the taste I'm thinking of. Me, I can, on the back end, I can get a little salt on it. And to me, I think that pulls it. Even though from what the story is, they're in a metal container, aging at sea. They literally are aged at sea. They put it in a container and they age it. It goes on this container ship. I forget how long, but it goes in this container ship, so it just sloshes around in the barrels. Me, I can get a little salt out of it. And I attribute that to aging at sea. I don't know, call me weird, but that's just what my palate picks up on it. And it's on the finish. It's not on the front. It's not like I'm drinking a whole cup of salt water or nothing like that. It's just what I get.
Just a teeny bit?
Just a small bit.
Yeah, I can kind of taste it. Just
It's
a tad bit.
It's a citrus. It's like it's way different taste than the smell.
Oh yeah, there's no comparison.
It's not bitter on the taste, but it's not as. And bourbon's not sugar water, but there are some bourbons. I have some that are just like sweet to the taste. When you taste them, they are sweet. I like that they're sweet. It's got a good finish. It's not a bitter finish, but it's just not a finish I'm used to. On like say all my beans I did last week, those are great. Except the one single barrel was a little young, but other than that, they were still all good. But there's nothing wrong with Jefferson's. I mean, it's good. If you were in that kind of a mood where you didn't want to be like sweet, then you drink that. Because it's not bitter where it's going to be nasty.
No, not at all.
But it's not sweet, either. It's kind of right in there.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. I like it. I haven't had that one. It's pretty good. I'd have it again.
Well, now there's different. So if you said your father-in-law had one, you might check and see which voyage he has, because they said when I was looking at this the other year, and like I said, this one was a gift. They have voyage 19, voyage 21. Also, they have other voyages, and so supposedly some of those are going to be better than the other ones. I mean, I don't know. That's just what they say. This is the only one I've had. Would I pay $80 for it? Man, it'd be a hard sell, just because of the proof. I mean, if I'm paying $80, that better be over 100 damn proof. That's just me. That's my personal philosophy. I don't want to pay that much for a bottle that's that proof, that low. But will I take them as a gift? Hell yeah, I will. No, the people who gave me that, they're great people. I love them. They're good folks. Good folks. Now this is, I got some water down there too if you want to chase it with some water. Yeah, chase. Put a little in your cup, swish it around. It's not bad. I've had worse. Wait, trust me. I've had way worse. This is good. I might pay like 60 with tax for it, just because. This, however, is pretty decent for what it is. So it's a small batch, so it's blended with so many barrels or whatever. And Jefferson is like a craft distillery, I would call it, Here, get that water out of there. Get the full effect there. So Avery, I've been trying to get Avery down here a little while, because you know me, I'm a guest whore. I'll take guests. No, I'm teasing. No, like I said, I've known Avery for a while now. When the hell did you work at Ray's?
Ooh, let's see. It's been over 10 years.
Yeah, I've even tried hiring him, but there was complications beyond our control, so we couldn't really do nothing about that. But now he lives right down the road, so he can come over anytime. He just happened to be free this weekend, and I said, "Well, shit, yeah, I'll take a guess. Let's do it." We planned it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Now this is a lot sweeter. It's a lot sweeter smell, or not a lot sweeter, but it's sweet.
It's a sweet smell. It's gonna have. I can already tell it. It's gonna have a way different taste.
Oh yeah, no, me too. I can tell that too.
It's more of a bright finish.
The finish is longer. Like I can feel it at the back of my throat. It's a longer finish. It's a good taste on a finish. It's not a. That wasn't bitter, but it wasn't sweet. So the finish is kind of. What are you doing? And but it's not bad. But this one is way better. This one is better than that one. I'm hoping that this will be the order by the time the night's over. 1, 2, 3. We'll see though. We will see. Because right now that one's at the bottom, and then this one's next, obviously. But then we haven't tried that one, so yeah. But this
one's a little bit higher proof too. Not much, just a little bit.
Yeah. They're pretty much the same in my book. This one's really, really leggy.
It's a lot slower than the other one.
Yeah. I've got some legs running down the glass. I don't know. What's about the color?
This almost has more of a honey color, I would say, and that's slightly darker.
You think that's darker?
Yeah, I would say it's just a little bit darker.
Just a tad bit, if any, but man, they're pretty close. So that ought to be about the same age. I mean, the older it is, the darker it is.
I'd say this is a little sweeter, actually.
I got some shit in there that looks like coffee. I mean, it's dark.
Some molasses.
It's good, though. All of it is. Except some bottles. And you know who you are. Got some stuff that is just like... Glad they were good. Well, except one. I did buy one.
Just to try it?
I bought I bought a $40 bottle because I called the distillery and Texas. Sorry, I didn't clear my throat there. And they said, "Oh, we don't make bourbon anymore." So I went back, and 2 weeks later, and that bottle was still there, and I bought it. And there was a reason that bottle was still there. So, it was not good. It was not good.
Unfortunately for them.
Yeah, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and people can hate on me all day long. The best bourbon, in my humble opinion, comes from the state of Kentucky or the state of Indiana. Period. Virginia has some decent stuff. You know what? I think Bowman or whatever, but I don't know if any of that is MGP or not. But and if it is, that's probably they source it from Kentucky from somewhere. But you just can't go wrong with Kentucky or Indiana. That's what I've come to find out. And
you know, I've never had one from Indiana. And my dad's from Indiana.
I wish you would have told me that, because then I could get one from Indiana. Because I've got some from Indiana, and they are good. Spirits of French Lick. You know who you are. God, y'all make good stuff. I just wish I didn't live 12 damn hours away. If I didn't live 12 damn hours away, I'd have one of everything. Because they have 3 or 4 bottles out there. I have 2 bottles from Spirits of French Lick. And judging Spirits of French Lick off of those 2 bottles, I want them all. They're good. And I believe that was my first, maybe the Penelope was, the lower rung Penelope that I have. That was my first 4 grain maybe. But when I had that 4 grain from Spirits of French Lick, the Lee W. Sinclair, oh man. You talk about smooth and just.
You're about to start drooling here.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, it's good stuff. But I love 4 grain. I love and then they have a 5 and a 6 grain bourbon. The Spirits of French Lick does, but I can't get my damn hands on it because unless I make a 12-hour road trip,
Right.
which I have been known to do some crazy shit. I drove 2 or so hours to Lincoln to get some other bottles, so I could see myself driving to goddamn Indiana to get some bottles from Spirits of French Lick. Just gotta get the gumption up to do it.
Road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Road trip.
Yeah. You know, this has a longer finish. And I don't know. This has a longer finish and it's better tasting on the palate finish wise than that one is. So right now, 1, 2, 3, or 1 or 2 and 3. We have yet to see if this is one.
Yeah.
You want to open that bad boy?
Yeah.
It's your bottle. I'll let you open it.
I sure can.
Tell them where you got it while you're opening it.
So I got this
Yeah,
at my company Christmas party, and I like to try whiskeys and bourbons, and but I don't like to spend a whole lot.
Yeah, that's it.
So usually they'll have a few bottles up there on our gift table, and we play a game, and then you get to go up and pick a gift. And I don't know why I picked this one. There was a variety of stuff up there, but I picked
What else
this one.
did they have?
Oh, the normal
Redbreast?
Maker's Mark.
Oh, red. Makers, yeah, okay.
Crown,
Yeah.
the basic stuff. And I said, oh, I've never seen that before. I'm going to grab that up and I'm going to try that.
So, do you know the difference between bourbon and rye?
Oh, it has to do with
Just
the grains,
so
doesn't
it has to do every bit with the grains. A rye is 100% rye whiskey. Bourbon has to be 51% corn. So the rye grain, that's what
So
it
they
is.
can make the mix.
So you don't have to, best I know, and nobody's corrected me yet, the bourbon has to be aged in brand new charred white oak barrels.
Right, they can't be used by
Can't be double. This doesn't have to be aged in brand new barrels. That's why they finish it in cognac casks. So that's where it gets the flavor or the color from, is the cognac barrel, and then all the wood within the.
And is that why they word it rye whiskey
Straight rye whiskey? Yes, this
finished.
It's a straight white rye whiskey, and then they age it in cognac casks, not caskets.
They're burying it.
All right, I'm gonna let you. I like the cork. I like the cork sound, but I'll let you do it.
They're all. Those are about the same, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, that was good. That was all right.
Pop that one.
No, you go ahead.
All right.
You first. It's your bottle. I gotta rinse my cup out here real quick.
Everything's all.
Hmm?
So that one's signed.
No, yeah, that's just the master blender.
The blender there.
The master blender. Not blender, but blender. Now, I tried last week. I had all my Jim Beam out here, and I tried my Jim Beam rye, and that's a $26 bottle of rye, and it's all right. I'm just not a rye guy. I think, if anything, if I like this one, then I'm just gonna have to go get some high dollar ryes because that's probably what I tend to like.
The difference between them.
Well,
I mean, it could be. Yeah.
no, it could be. That's the $26. Now, when we did the rye or nye episode with Fred, he had some Pikesville, and that is like, I think it was 126 proof, and that was hot as shit. I mean, but it was decent. Like I said before, rye is your bourbon that you want to drink in the fall because it has it should note off like baking spices, just the rye spice, and it should just remind you of baking pies or baking bread or something like that. And that's typically what people would consider like a fall. Now you can drink it any time of the damn year you want, but I'm just saying that's when a lot of people, I think that's when the sales go up for rye bourbons is
time for fall.
Yeah,
time for
exactly. And you know you can make a Manhattan or a old fashioned with it, and it just gives.
That's what my mother-in-law does. Old fashioned. That's her favorite.
It just gives you a different taste and stuff. You know, put rye in with the old fashioned, and you know, it's good to go.
This is another smell too, rather than the rest of them.
Oh, I can smell the rye. I can smell the cognac too. So Hennessy is cognac,
right?
Have you ever? Yep. Okay,
I've had Hennessy. Right. Yep.
Me, I've never had Hennessy. Never.
You ought to try it. I never had it. I had a buddy one time in college, and he's like, "You might not like it, but either you like it or you don't." And it wasn't bad, and I didn't love it, but I liked it.
Yeah, B-Jack, till I got him on the bourbon train, all he drank was Hennessy, like 1 bottle a year. And now I can't remember how many bottles of bourbon he's killed because of me. So.
Switching that over.
Yeah. How was it?
Good. It's, in my mind, it's lighter start and a different finish. It doesn't hit you as hard, and then it kind of.
No, it's not bad.
It opens up, just kind of.
It's not bad. It's not really overpowering
at all.
Over spicy. It's not really over. I mean, you can smell it. It's kind of ethanol-y a little bit, even at 94 proof. So it's 4 points higher than those. It's sweet. And spicy. I mean, it's not really spicy on my tongue though. It's not spicy. So some of these bourbons I have, they get really peppery on your tongue. Like you can have like a black pepper, or you can have a white pepper.
And white pepper's a little more spicy.
And white pepper just really intensifies on your tongue, and then it goes around the sides, and then the finish on it, some of it is good. This one is no pepper at all. So when I say spicy, I mean like the rye spiciness of it. Excuse me. No, it's not bad. It's kind of, it's sweet. It's not as sweet as Angel's Envy rye, finished in the rum casks, but it's good. If you made me, well, let me.
I think that sticks with me a little bit longer than the finish does.
It definitely, you can taste that rye spice around the side of my tongue. That rye spice just goes, hey, I'm a freaking rye. And, you know, it's just different taste. These, you can pull that corn out of there because it's corn. This, obviously, you can't pull corn because it's rye, but then it plays a trick on you. And your tongue's like looking for some of that corn, but then the rye just wraps around it. It says, no corn here, bitch. It's just all rye. It's not bad. That's not bad. I would put it up there. If I had an Angel's Envy rye, I would put Angel's Envy rye as number one. And
I haven't had it, so
you
I
would
can't
too.
say.
But I'm saying you would too because it's like drinking candy out of a bottle. It is super sweet. It's really good for a rye. Like you don't know you're drinking a rye. It's really good. B-Jack brought some over, and man, I was like, I'm not big on rye. And he goes, no, you got to try it. And I tried it. I'm like, God dang, that's good. But I just refused to buy a bottle of it because it's freaking $90 damn.
Right. Yep.
If I'm gonna spend $90 on a bottle, it's gonna be something else. But this is good. This is good, and it's a store pick, so you're getting what they think, what they like. Whoever made this pick, whether it was samples or whether they went to Louisville or I think that's where Jefferson's is, and did the pick in person. You're getting their taste. But I've got fridge store picks in there that I will buy all day long because they know how to pick them there. Like I got a Buffalo Trace.
That's a good one.
I got two
Buffalo
Buffalo.
Trace is really good.
I got 2 Buffalo Trace store picks from the fridge, and they were both phenomenal. Good. I got to get over there. They have a double oaked, Woodford double oaked store pick that I got to get yet. That is probably gonna be super. No wait, I did try it. It's really good. So this is a collaboration between the fridge and the bourbon and a baker. That's what that means. That's what being.
Okay, I didn't know that. I knew there was a tag on there. I didn't know. I tried to look it up on
barrel number 125, bottle number 91. Don't know how many bottles they got out of it, but yeah. So basically, whoever from the fridge and whoever from the bourbon baker gets together, they pick the samples, and then they sent back and said, we want to do a store pick with this sample. And then, you know, they go through the whole motions, and then voila, here it is, finished and in the bottle. So me personally, I'm gonna go 1, 2.
So this is actually
3.
unique to our area because they picked it.
It's unique to our area, but it's unique because so what they'll do is the bourbon companies will send out samples of different barrels, and because this is a single barrel, that's what they do. They'll send out, here's barrel A, B, C, or D, or whatever, and then you try them all, and then you pick out of those which one you like the best, and then you send it back to, via the rep, you send it back to Jefferson's and say, we want to do a store pick with that barrel.
And then they bottle it.
And then they bottle it, and then they put those little stickers on it. Yeah, that's store picks. There's nothing. If it's a good store, always buy a store pick. And I used to say, I'm iffy about store picks. I explained this in one of my other videos. I think my store pick Saturday video. I used to be like, I don't trust store picks, but it depends on the store.
Unless you find somebody that has some similar taste to you.
I will do a store pick at the fridge all day long, just because. That's not a bad rye. For a rye. I still get that rye taste. The finish is good. It's nice. It's pleasant. It's sweet. It doesn't, that cognac doesn't kill it. No, it's good. Putting them in order for me, I'm going 1, 2, 3.
Wow, I'm surprised out of that, but
no, I know. I mean, it's a good drinker. I could drink it. I could drink it like I drink my other bourbons. I'd be fine with it. So
that's good enough for me.
There we go. I'm trying to keep the video short. Last week's video was 41 damn minutes long. But I had fun. I was doing it all. Nothing wrong. I should have like George Thorogood, I Drink Alone, playing in the background when I have to do videos by myself.
Sorry, that last weekend.
No, you're all good.
That was right after New Year's. Yeah, that's why I was hungover.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, that 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So that's our Jefferson's show there, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Avery, he'll be back. We won't keep him away. Like I said, he lives right down the road, so it ain't far for him to go. That's it. Surprise for me, those who know me. I'm not really a rye guy, but this Jefferson's rye is pretty good. If you're in the area, Manhattan, Kansas, and you see it at the fridge, pick it up. Give it a shot. You'll like it. If you like ryes, you'll like this. I don't like ryes, and I liked it, so.
I do. I love them. But I like bourbon too, so I like them all.
Yeah, this is probably this is still good, but this one is better than this one, in my humble opinion. And they have another one that's not an ocean, it's just a small batch or whatever it's called, with the same kind of lid here, and I'm not a fan of that one, so.
I think it's the same one my father-in-law has.
Well, like I said,
not the same voyage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The same voyage, so.
Yeah, same ocean. Yeah, but not the same voyage. Yeah.
All right, well that's it, folks. We will be back here next Saturday, hopefully with another guest. If not, it'll just be me, and I don't know what I'm gonna do yet because I literally figure this out 20 to 30 minutes before. It's a surprise, right? All right, we'll sign out of here, and hey, Avery, thanks for coming over and hanging out and drinking some bourbon and bringing your bottle of rye. I appreciate it. That's a good bottle. And thank you guys for watching me on YouTube. I appreciate it. And if I earned it, hit that like button for me, please. And bump up those numbers. other than that, I'm gonna get up and walk over and turn the camera on because I don't have a camera person tonight. So we'll see y'all later. And I don't know how to edit stuff out, so I can't edit it out.
Your